to score. Width and space, an opportunity that she does not miss. Goes Jess Breach, and the Jess Express in full steam. Width and space.
They did what they could to shut the door on her, but she pilfered it out of the air.
To score.
Hello and welcome to O2 Inside Line Live. We are pitchside in Newcastle as England are preparing to take on Scotland in the TikTok Women's Six Nations. I'm Eleanor Roper and alongside me is England and Saracen star Hannah Bottoman.
Hello, how are we all?
You're getting in the spirit, enjoying the music?
Yeah, it's very good atmosphere here. Music's bouncing. It's starting to fill up, so it should be a good day.
It's a shame, obviously, to not have you on the pitch today, but we're excited to get your insight. How excited are you to see the girls in action this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, any start of a tournament is always exciting to see where everyone's at. So, yeah, it should be really good. Sold out Kingston Park. Really exciting start to the tournament.
Now, today isn't just about the start of the Six Nations. It is also a huge day for Sarah Hunter. Her final appearance in an England shirt. I mean, as a teammate of hers, what does this mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a real emotional day for her. Obviously, I think she's done so much for the game, and she's such a great person. And for her to be able to come back home to Newcastle and get the send-off she really deserves, I think this will be a real special day for her, and she deserves it.
We're going to talk a lot more about Sarah, but first we're going to bring in a teammate of yours. Natasha Hunt is here. Hello, Mo.
You're supposed to go across the front, Mo.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so good to have you with us. Again, we're disappointed you're not on the pitch today, but how are you? Tell us how you are.
Yeah, not too bad. Picked up a bit of a calf niggle in the week, so gutted not to be out there with the girls, or at least have a shot at it. But yeah, I'm buzzing to be here and support.
We mentioned then Sarah's final appearance today for England, 141st cap. I mean, a huge, huge achievement. What do you make of everything that she's achieved in her career?
She's just unbelievable. I think Bots hit the nail on the head when she said she's done so much for the programme. She's done so much for England rugby. She's done so much for women's rugby, like across the board. And she's just an absolute credit to the sport. And I'm going to be really, really gutted to see the back of her, to not be in that room with her. But she deserves every single nice word spoken about her this week, because she truly is unbelievable. To be at the top of your game for over 17 years is just no mean feat. And she's doing it, and just she's improving every time she does it as well, which is just amazing.
You were going to mention about the shirt presentation.
Sorry, so much going on. Last night, obviously, you and Skaz went to the final shirt presentation. For those that don't know, our shirt presentation before every game, we give out, obviously, all the shirts for the game, as well as sort of like new caps or 100th caps or last caps. How was that? What was that like?
Yeah, it was amazing. So if you haven't been there, Suns basically, she does a speech for every first cap and gives them their red rose, welcomes them to the Red Rose Club. And we were so fortunate that Skaz and I got to go there, and we kind of did This Is Your Life. I don't know if you're too young, I was too young, but did like a This Is Your Life about Sarah Hunter, and just went through everything that she's been through in her career, like tried to give a bit of context on where she's come from. And she started as a centre, by the way, and moved into the back row, but just did, like This Is Your Life. And I think she messaged us after just saying her heart is so full and she couldn't have asked for better. So we were just so grateful that we got to be in the room with her, to be honest, because we've spent a long time in this journey with her.
I mean, from what I saw on Instagram, it looked pretty emotional.
Yeah, I think we wrote it like obviously together, Skaz and I, and I'm the emotional one. Skaz is pretty good at keeping it level. Like she's obviously very touched about the whole thing, but doesn't do the whole emotion thing as much as me. And I just kept choking, and I look up and try and catch Santa's eye because obviously we're speaking about her and seeing her like shoulders go and the tears rolling down her face. I just couldn't hold it in and messed up her cap number, messed up how many caps she had. But I don't think it mattered. I think it was a very special moment.
I'm hoping you didn't sell her too short. What do you say on the number of caps?
No, I didn't. Obviously 140 because she has to get on the pitch for the 141st, and knowing Santa, she's very superstitious, so we didn't want to jinx anything.
Tell us a bit about camp this week though.
Oh, so personally I've not been in this week because when you're rehabbing you get sent home and you get to look
unless you're
that.
really important like me, because I was in and I'm rehabbing, so I'm obviously more important than mine.
Well, tell us both of
There
you.
we are. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the preparations for this week. What the girls have been doing as they look ahead to this tie with Scotland?
Yeah, they obviously have a big contact session sort of midweek where they almost just batter each other. So we got through that unscathed, which was good, and then have a real fast session. Come up here for captain's run, and then obviously we're here today. So,
and of course, a first time that we've seen a Red Roses side here at the Newcastle Falcons. I mean, how exciting is it to be here at a different ground?
It's incredible. I think we all know what's happening with women's rugby in the north at the moment. Obviously losing DMP to the league next season, it's so important that we get games that are showcasing in the north. You see the quality of people that have come from up here. You've got Zoe Allcroft, Abby Ward, Sarah Hunter, to name a few, and it's just amazing that they get to play in front of a home crowd. And for me to see Santa bow out in this occasion in front of a packed out park, she used to play on the back pitches over the way, and it's just so special.
I mean, it's a sellout. We obviously need the presence here, and there's the appetite for it. People want to watch it.
Yeah. I think like rugby is such a big thing up in the north. Obviously, rugby league's probably a bit bigger than Union up here, but because we've never brought it up here, we don't know what the appetite's like. And obviously, selling out stadiums, the appetite's big. So we probably need to continue.
Well, thank you, Mo. Enjoy the game.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure it'll be emotional for you to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks to Mo. Right, we're going to bring in our next guest now. Another star watching here today, which is Anya Dixon. Anya, welcome.
Hello.
And people might recognise you from TikTok.
Maybe.
Tell us a bit about your TikTok handle and what you've been doing online.
I just started kind of doing it in lockdown as a bit of something to do for fun. Like, we're all a bit bored at home, and I just started making some what I thought was funny videos about things that we can all relate to at grassroots rugby. And it just kind of took off from there, and here I am, and I never thought I'd be here. So it's really
we're big TikTok fans.
Yeah, we are big TikTok fans.
Scrollers.
Yeah, I'm a guilty scroller before bed. I spend hours on it. It's actually terrible for me, but I can't stay off it. I love it.
It's so easy to lose hours to it, though, isn't it?
What's your favourite trend at the minute?
I'm getting a bit more into the dances, actually. I've seen some of your. Do you do a bit of dancing on
She
TikTok?
looks nervous.
I've probably
A couple
posted
of, yeah.
5 videos max.
But they're good. But
Thank you.
getting a few into that, like that one. I don't know what it is. Don't get on camera. That's not good. But yeah, I think a bit dancing and a bit more of like day in the life stuff. Showing people like what I do for work and things like that. So yeah.
I mean, obviously you're playing grassroots rugby.
Yeah.
How long have you been following the Red Roses for?
So I started playing when I was 16, and like my dad, in all fairness to him, has been a huge women's sports advocate since I was, yay high. And so like he brought me to my first game when I was in college, and I can still remember watching. I think it was like England versus New Zealand at the time, and it just like I've followed it ever since then, really, and just absolutely loved it. Loved playing, and it's just a great community to be involved in.
What have you made of the growth of the game? I mean, it's been a really exciting couple of years.
I was literally saying this earlier, but when I first watched that match, it was one stand, and not even the whole stand was full. And now, look at it today; it's so huge. And over the last couple of years, it's been massive. And I can only think it's going to go further and further as time goes on.
Sarah Hunter, talk to us about Sarah Hunter. I mean, what kind of an inspiration has she been for you? You said to us that before you came here, you were chatting to other people for TikTok about Sarah's career, and you were getting some really lovely messages. It's
just lovely to see the impact she's had on people, especially some of the girls up here in the north. She's from up here, and they were it's so nice to have representation of someone who's from the area you are, who's come from the same background as you have, and even for me, such a huge forward, such a great captain for the team for years. And just someone to look up to greatly, and she's only going to go further and do more, I think, in the future outside of playing, obviously. And looking forward to it.
Thank you, Anya.
That's all right.
If people want to watch your content, tell them how can they find you on TikTok.
You can find me on TikTok and Instagram under the Chatty Prop, and give us a follow.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Thank you so much,
Anya.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to move on to hear from some friends of Sarah Hunter's now. Hannah and I were saying it's a huge game for her personally as she wears the England shirt for the final time. And we're going to bring in two guests now who've been involved in her career to date. Here they are. Hello to you both.
Hello.
Okay, so we've got Graham and Jeanette. I mean, why don't you just tell us both how you know Sarah, how you've worked with her or played with her?
Ladies first.
Oh, go on then.
I had the pleasure of managing Sarah for quite a few years, working in the England team.
What was she like to manage?
Wonderful, wonderful. That's
Well,
what I
tell
have
us
to
the
say.
truth,
She
Jan,
wasn't
tell
a
us the
princess.
truth.
I won't name who the princesses were. She wasn't. It was an honour to manage her, and she was just brilliant.
And what about you? You've coached her.
Yeah, I had the joy of being Sarah's first rugby union coach.
So how old would she have been then?
She turned up at the club at 16, so she'd obviously played rugby league and then came to rugby union.
And what were your first impressions?
Clearly driven. You know, it's difficult because everybody looks, and Sarah is what Sarah is, and what you see with her is what you get, and she's never really changed. But she came as someone who clearly had talent, but was also massively driven.
We're going to show some
Yeah, I
pictures
was going to say, I think there's some photos coming down here. This one here.
Yeah, she just looks
How
a bit
old
bigger
is she
than.
there? Because
she's
she
the
looks
same
like a
age.
full-grown woman.
This is the first one of her cap with other Novos players. Yeah, she looks massive on that photograph.
The men look, the boys look so small. What was she like back then? Was she as sort of talismanic as she is now?
She started off. I would actually start off as a shrinking violet, but she very quickly got into the swing of things. She played a lot and trained a lot with the men, so she developed and just joined in and became just one of the gang, and she's gone on there to have a fantastic career.
Yeah, Jan, any naughty stories you can tell us? Santa ever get in trouble?
Do you know what I could stand here and say, honestly, she didn't.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
Honestly, she didn't. The girls were. She was wonderful. She was wonderful. She never got into trouble. She was the ultimate professional,
Yeah,
and I
she
know
is,
we've
isn't she?
heard that.
Yeah.
But she is, and she always was.
What's
Yeah.
it been like for you to watch her career unfold? We saw some of the pictures there, for example, of her getting her MBE. I mean, what's it been like to kind of watch on as she's achieved so much? I mean, to be the most capped England player for men or women, just such an amazing achievement.
Yeah, it is, and that's testament to her, really, isn't it? She's had a setback. She's shown her resilience to keep coming back, fighting, and to stay on for so long. And we all kind of look at all players and go, when are they going to bow out? When are they going to? And I think now is her time, and it couldn't be more special a day like here today to do it, and it makes us all super proud.
I mean, for people who maybe missed this, obviously she's from the Northeast.
She
The
is.
Red Roses have never been here before.
No.
Her final match in front of a home crowd, it's a huge moment.
It's a home crowd that could have been 3 times this.
Yeah.
It could have been sold out 3 times the amount it's done, and it is so special to have she's back in the tune, running out here.
It's just fantastic that she gets to end her career back here, back at home. She's had a fantastic career, and good luck to her. I hope she goes well today.
I just also want to ask you about how much things have changed from when you first coached her, because now, like we say, a sellout crowd here. What have you made of the growth that you've seen in women's rugby?
The growth, I think recently the growth's been fantastic. It's had loads of media coverage, I think, which helps, but also the fact that they're giving a superb performance on the field, and that will just drive the game forward, and I think that's the legacy that Sarah would really want.
An emotional afternoon for both of you, do you reckon?
Yes.
I've held it together okay so far. It will be emotional for, I think, a lot of people here who know her so well and are just proud to see her go out one llast time.
Thank you both for joining us.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the game.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Hannah, time for us to take a look at the team now.
Yeah.
We're going to bring up a graphic in a sec, and I mean, give us your thoughts. Take us through
Yeah,
the side.
so standing out for me is at number 1, Mackenzie Carson. She's a very good friend of mine. I play at Sarries with her. She's obviously previously Canadian, so it's not her first international cap. So yeah, she's obviously previously played for Canada. She's not played for them for 3 years, so therefore she's eligible to play for England. But she's so exciting. She's an exciting player to watch. She's one of those sort of new age props that are very explosive and dynamic around the park. And yeah, I'm so excited to watch her go.
A good friend of yours as well.
Yeah, she's a really good friend of mine. And I'm super excited for her. Really, really excited.
Of course, Sarah Hunter will captain the side from number 8.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from her today? Because she's going to want to put in a big performance.
Yeah, I think she hopefully she won't overthink it too much. She'll know that she'll want to end on a high, obviously, and she'll go out there and she'll do all of the hard yards that no one else wants to do, but she always does so well. I think she'll be a standout today for sure.
Talk to us about number 10, Holly Aitchison, coming in at fly half. Few changes at fly half for the Red Roses.
Yeah, so obviously Zoe picked up an ACL injury, so she's out of this whole tournament. Helena Rowland potentially could be back at the back end, but I think Mids was saying and has said previously that he was wanting to look at Holly at 10 regardless of the injuries. I think she really deserves it, and she's such an exciting player to watch. Plays slightly differently to Zoe.
What can people expect when you say she plays slightly differently?
Yeah, she plays very flat to the line. She's very square, and she likes to put people into space. But you can't give her any space yourself because she'll take it from you. So yeah, just a really exciting player. A triple threat. She can kick the ball, she can run with the ball, she can pass the ball. She's just class.
If we look at that back line, I mean, they've got some real speed there. Claudia McDonald, I love to see.
Yeah, Claude's class. She's a proper pocket rocket. She's absolutely ripped. Works really hard, and she is absolutely rapid. So you can't give her an inch of space. So she'll be really exciting. I'm excited to watch Jess Breach as well. Obviously, she went out to the World Cup. Didn't really play probably as much as she'd have wanted to, but she's come back. She's moved clubs. She's come to Sarries. She's playing some really good rugby there. So it'd be really nice to see how she gets on today.
We're gearing up for kick-off here, so I just want to ask you, final word. What do you think people can expect from both England and from Scotland?
Yeah, I think Scotland have got a really exciting back three. Corinne Grant comes in. She's been playing at Sarries for us, and she's a really exciting player. She's improved loads. So I think Scotland's back three could pose some questions, and England, obviously, they've just got a mighty forward pack. We've got a massive forward pack that can hopefully put us on the front foot, give Holly the ball and that she can play with, and hopefully we can get into the 22 and score points.
Well, it's a clean slate for the Red Roses as we look ahead to the next World Cup. We're excited to see them here in Newcastle this afternoon. That's all from us. There is plenty more content on all of the England Rugby social media channels. Have a look now. O2, Inside Line, the podcast, and of course, who else are we going to be hearing from this week? Then Sarah Hunter. We'll be right back here after the match.
I think the more pain I had was for my teammates. You know the hurt they're going through, and I guess as captain you want to take that away from them. Like, you would never have wanted them to feel the way they were feeling. You want to try and make it better. I think the little bit of solace I think you can take from it is the way the team performed in that final. No one can take that away from this group. You're listening to the England Rugby podcast, O2 Inside Line. I'm Sarah Hunter.